Investigators are here. They're going through the crime scene. We expect this to take at least 3 or 4 more hours. So traffic in the area will be restricted in the area of 34th and Franklin. Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department is here assisting, and we certainly appreciate that assistance as well. So I have very limited information, but I can answer a few questions if you have them.
What was the traffic stop?
Again, I don't have that information.
Did the suspect present any kind of weapon during the pursuit?
Well, it's a good question that we're trying to answer during our investigation. We hope to answer that question. Both of the officers involved were equipped with body cams, and those body cams were activated, which when we have a chance to review that footage, hopefully we'll answer a lot of the questions that we have about what happened.
Where was the traffic stop in this area? Was it on the interstate?
It was right here. It was at 34th and 34th and Tiffany Drive.
Did either the suspect, did either people in the car have any sort of outstanding warrants?
Again, that's all part of our investigation. Bigger picture. Right now, the preliminary investigation is that we're here to answer those questions, but I don't have the answers right now.
Any idea what the stop is for?
I don't, not yet.
Suspect vehicle here?
Suspect vehicle is no longer here.
So you mentioned this is all very preliminary. For our viewers then, what are you going to be looking at over the next few hours? You mentioned the body cams.
Yeah, certainly body camera. There's evidence on scene that our crime scene technicians are processing, they're recovering, they'll analyze that evidence. We'll speak to people who were involved. We'll speak to some people who may have seen it. We'll check to see if there are any other witnesses around and continue this investigation. There's a lot of parts to the investigation, and our investigators are going to work through this very, very diligently.
Just one trooper fired shots?
At this time, preliminarily, we believe only one trooper fired shots. Only 2 troopers were involved in the incident.
What more can you tell us about the extent of the suspect's injuries?
I don't have very much information right now.
But he was conscious and talking when
He was alert and conscious when he was transported from the scene.
Is the scene contained to Franklin, or is it off into the neighborhood?
Yeah, what you see behind me is what we've contained as the crime scene. The traffic stop did happen just a couple blocks from here. While the troopers were in foot pursuit of the suspect, the vehicle then left the scene.
Do you have the suspect's age and ethnicity?
I don't at this time.
Apologies if anyone else asked it, but obviously this is the second time in less than a week you guys have been involved in an officer-involved shooting. This is not something no one ever wants to see happen. What can you say about that? It just kind of speaks to the fact that it's dangerous.
Every incident that we deal with is different. They all have different outcomes, and they all have different aspects. And this incident is not connected to the one we had earlier in the week. Not the same type of investigation, and certainly a lot of questions we want to answer. But you're right, it is unusual to have these. It's a decision that in the moment. Each investigation is individual, and these two are not linked.
Talk a little bit about the risks generally that happen every time there's a traffic stop like this.
Well, again, every time we encounter somebody, there are possible outcomes, and every scenario has a different scenario for that outcome, and we have to be prepared for those outcomes.
Were the 2 officers in the same car or in different cars?
The 2 officers were in the same car.
Okay.
So that's all the questions for now. Since I have limited information, I think we're just kind of going down some rabbit holes here. So I'll get as much information as I can for you and provide that to you as soon as I can.
Do you know when we might be able to do a follow-up briefing?
I don't have a timeline, but as soon as I can get that information, I'll hopefully here within the next 30 minutes or so, I'll be able to come back with some more answers.
Were they part of that special patrol that they have, whatever the risk control?
The All Crimes Policing Squad?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I'll have to check.